What is up, guys? Killerkev, and today on the 8-bit series we're going to be doing something probably very strange. I don't own one myself, but we're going to be doing a PlayStation 4 controller. The difference between this one is obviously when you see the thumbnail. If you haven't, I'll pop it on screen now so you guys can have a little look. As you can tell, in the middle there is that like, little touch D-pad thing. I don't know what it is, it's pretty weird. I used to have a PS4, but I can't remember what it is. I think it's that touchpad thing. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But yeah, as you can tell, guys, make sure, please do remember that this is an 8-bit controller. This is not a realistic controller. This is purely an 8-bit controller. And it is 2D. If you want a 3D one, let me know it in the comment section below. And I might do one for you, never know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So all you're going to need is 3 basic colours. So obviously you're going to need your black wall, your light grey wall for the detailing on the buttons, the analogs, the joysticks, the D-pad and everything else. The darker grey for the touchpad and the triggers on this build. And then after that you're going to need the classical colours for the PlayStation, which is the lime green or green, pink wall for the square, red for the triangle, and X for the blue. I do remember it ever so slightly, but yeah, that's it. So we're going to build this away from the ground as we always do. So just come up however high do you want, doesn't really particularly matter. Wouldn't build it on the floor though, Pixelart just looks naffy on the floor. And you want to start off with a line of 3. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to make the skeleton, and then after that we're going to add strategically placed buttons, and the rest of that we're just going to fill in. It's not a massive build, so don't worry too much about it either. So what we're going to do is come out invisible stair set from the right here. We're going to come up 1, and we're going to come up with an extra 4 in total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. The 4th one here, we're going to come along an extra 2, 1, 2, to make a line of 3. We're going to come up 1, and then we're going to come along an extra 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 1 like so. So in the middle here, you should have 3. As you can tell, it probably looks really wonky, but it isn't. So what we're going to do is mimic this side on this side, basically. So that's very symmetrical. So we're going to come out an extra 2, 1, 2, to make a line of 3, so you can tell there. Come down 4 stair sets. Come down a visible stair set, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4th one is the bottom one, so that needs to be a line of 3 as well. So there we go, the bottom half of the controller. After we've done that, we can either choose a side. I'm going to go to the left side here. We're going to come up invisible stair set 1, and then we're going to wait for that. So we're just going to come onto the other side here, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. Now, this is all debatable how far you want to go up. For me, I'm probably going to go up 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm probably going to go about 10. Make it even. You know, think about it. How many is 10? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A little bit past control, enough for the D-pad. Yeah, 10 will do. 10 on each side, including the block that you just placed. So that's what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like so. After that, we're going to come in invisible stair set 2. So 1, 2, like so. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side as well. Come in invisible stair set 1, 2 to the build, into the build. Make sure it's into the build. And on the second one here, we're going to extend it along an extra 4, so 5 in total. So 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, like so. After that, we're going to put a light grey wall and a grey wall underneath it, light grey wall and a grey wall underneath it, like so. Again, from the bottom one here, from the second one, it's a black, and a black from the side, and then from there you can extend it with your darker grey all the way along, which should approximately be 5 as well. Again, you want to come and make sure it's 3 down, like so, which is the touchpad bit. These bits are sort of, I'm not sure what these are. I'm not sure what those are at all, I can't remember, but it's a nice little bit of detailing, nonetheless. We're going to come up to the top here, going to miss a black, and then we're going to come 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way along the top with our dark grey. So again, miss one from the lighter walls and come all the way to the edges to make the triggers. Now let's do the D-pad and the buttons. So again, we're going to come up here all the way to the left hand side, and we're going to count down 3. So 1, 2, 3 on the actual straight, and from the 2 that are there, we're just going to place 2 like so. 1, 2, 1, 2. Place a 4 block in the middle, and after that you can actually just place 4 blocks all the way around this main actual 4 block of black, like so. So it gives the effect, it gives the illusion that it is a lovely little D-pad. Same thing on this side as well. Make sure that they're level and equal throughout that. You're stuck on things to do as well. What you can do is from this little triangle bit here, you can actually just make a 4 block, but remember where that 4 block is. So as soon as you've done that 4 block, make another 4 block, and then underneath make another 4 block of black, and just work around this black square like we did on exactly the same the other one. Just make sure when you do that 4 block you know where you're going, because obviously it can get confusing with this sort of connection bit between the top half and the side like so. So as you can tell, there we go. It's sort of like 2 little eyes, but not. What we can do on the right hand side of the 4 squares of the grey is we're actually going to take away the top right of each block. So obviously corresponding with the controller, left one's going to be the pink, top one's going to be the green, the right one's going to be the red, and the bottom one is obviously going to be the blue. So as you can tell, they're all on the top right of those ones. After we've done that, all we need to do now is pretty much just fill in the controller, but add a little bit more detailing. So what we can do now is come black underneath of each of this sort of line of the actual of the touchpad, sorry, the D-pad's there, of the touchpad, and after that we can just place a 4 block of grey underneath those facing out of the controller. So like so, make sure they're facing away and out of each corresponding thing. And obviously again with the top layer here of the 4 blocks, we're just going to come in blacks and then a light grey like so. So you should have a pattern that looks like this. Obviously if you're stuck on any of it, pause it and then just mimic it. Pretty simple and easy. But once you've done that, all you need to do now is just pretty much just fill the rest of it in. Pretty easy to do now, so we're just going to fill it all the way in. And I'm going to ramble while I do this, because why the hell not? So yeah, obviously I might do an Xbox controller if I can sort of conjure up the spirit to do it. We'll see how it goes. But a PS4 controller, I don't know why everyone says, and I agree with them when they say this, that the PS4 controller is much more silky smooth to hold and to play with, just generally. So obviously if you feel the same, let me know what you think of controller wise, or what is the best controller to sort of handle, to play with, you know. I don't really have a personal preference, but if it could, I'd probably play with the PS4 controller. It is really nice. It was probably the best thing at the whole entire console, shots fired. But that's just me. So there we go. There is the controller. So yeah guys, if you did enjoy, hit me up with that like and that comment. But until next one guys, Killerkev out, and Killerkev out.